Oh, my keyboard
Oh,
doesn't work.
did you see
There we
that?
go.
Did everyone see that?
What?
Do it again.
I missed
Do it
it.
again. Do it again.
That looks so delicious.
That's
You guys ready for
beautiful.
season 2? New season, new
Oh my-
us. Woo!
I'm still in season 1 energy. If I'd have known we'd have had that, I would have pumped or something. I'm so sorry.
We lost
I
you.
thought there might have been something different when the art you had for your casting thing looked a little different.
Did it?
Did
I
it?
didn't notice.
Huh?
It should be the same.
Although I haven't been a part of the casting for how long?
Yeah, no, it's the same.
Season 2 vibes are amazing right now.
Oh.
They really are. I'm muting myself so I could call. That is excellent. Look at us, season 2. Hello, Joe. Season
I
2
let my
is-
cat out and he immediately wants to come back in and I'm not. So I'm not letting him in. So if you hear a cat sounding really sad, it's not my fault.
Okay.
Yeah,
He was just here.
but no banana bread, and he wanted to protest him. Now he doesn't know what he's protesting.
It's my banana bread.
That's a lovely dish. That's a
Anyways.
lovely saucer.
Thank you.
Should we do a thing?
Intro.
Shall I do, who wants to? Shall I do it?
If you want to do it.
I mean, I do.
I was
normally
gonna do
but
it.
It's your book, so
Okay.
okay. Go ahead, Joe.
Welcome everyone to the Tea and Tales Tavern's book club, season 2, 2026,
Episode 1.
first
season
episode
2.
of the year. Oh my god.
This is the Phantom Menace of episodes.
I'm Jam, aka Blue Clovers, and directly under me is Peter. Say hello, Peter. Wait.
I'm Peter.
Oh my
I'm a
god.
pain in the arse.
And then to my, what is this left? I'm never gonna get this right.
The one thing that
Victoria's
hasn't
in a
changed.
direction. She's over there somewhere.
Victoria, aka Victoria, but misspelled.
Hey! And we have our co-host back, Addie!
Yay.
Say hello, Addie!
Addie is to my
Diagonally in a direction.
yeah, that way. That's where Addie is.
It's back.
Addie is back. And we're excited to have her back. So, I don't know, she could tell us how terrible our book picks are. This month, we read Automatic Noodle. I just checked. I was like, oh, it's the 11th. It's still January. We read Automatic Noodle. I picked it. Why did I pick it? I don't know. It said it was lighthearted and robots. But you know what? Probably not the best idea.
Maybe it meant it was light because there's only like 170 pages. Like that's supposed to be two things. Like it's light, it's hearted, and there's robots.
You know what? Yeah. I think that's right. That tracks.
Might question
Thank
that
you.
hearted part.
There were definitely robots.
There were
And-
robots
Yeah.
and noodles.
And humans.
And
Humans
noodles.
have hearts. So that's the hearted. See, it all ties
I mean, that makes sense.
Robots might have heart. We don't know
have
what's inside
cats
them.
at book club every time. Lola is here.
Yeah.
You just can't see her. But she is literally right in front of me.
Lola's always at book club. My cats, I usually ban them, so
Same.
they're not allowed at book club.
Yeah, I don't have a way to do that. I don't have a door.
And I think Alice is also banned from book club.
Alice is absolutely banned. Alice is banned from everything. She's not allowed near me.
Oh.
Oh my god. You have to
She
bring her
knows what she
sometime
did.
because I haven't seen Alice in like at least a year, I feel.
Yeah.
What if I just bring in like a sock puppet and I'm like,
Joe demands Alice. The people demand
Joe
Alice.
demands Alice.
3
One of the
hours,
reasons-
2026.
One of the reasons I have banned Alice is because, I used to have Cat Cam. I am worried, but people want to see Cat Cam more than they want me. And it's the Peter Greenwood show, not the Alice show, so that's
Rebrand.
why she's banned. The Alice show featuring Peter Greenwood.
I would watch it.
That'll do. More people would. That says a lot about my 14-year career. This is just water.
Yeah, what if we want both?
Yeah.
I want both.
Nobody wants both. Everyone wants the cat. Anyway, we're not here to talk about cats. We're here to talk about robots.
We're here to talk about this book. Should I just jump into like the quickest summary ever?
Do the longest.
I didn't write anything down.
I didn't
It's
write
gonna be-
anything either for this one.
Okay, it's gonna be right off the dome.
You got this.
But we can help.
Okay. If I'm wrong about anything, don't even correct me. It's not that serious. So this book takes place in the year 2067, possibly nearish future, in what used to be America. It's California, but there was a war, and so California is no longer part of the United States. I don't remember why there was a war, but I think it had something to do with robots and their freedom. Maybe. Maybe not.
I don't.
But
I don't
robots
think the war
are free
is-
in California, allegedly.
Yeah.
Free.
The war was never really explained, but robots getting their freedom was one of the points of the war. Like one of the side
Yeah.
hustles of the war.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not crazy because I was like, there's a war, and I don't know why California is not part of America anymore.
I
But
was very
you know,
confused for the first half of this
that's
book.
not very lighthearted. But anyways, there was a war. We know that happened. Some of these robots have PTSD, but we're not there yet. One of our main robot characters, Stay Behind, he wakes up in an abandoned restaurant because after the war, robots needed jobs too. And so he was contracted, sort of. They go into like a lot of detail about these contracts. I'm not getting into it. He worked at part of like a chain restaurant, a really shitty chain restaurant. And anyways, what I understood is like the chain kind of closed down that restaurant, and I think they hopped the border or they went somewhere else because they weren't paying their leases, and so they shut down the robots that were at the restaurant. He somehow wakes up. It's been like not a whole year since they've been shut down, maybe a few months. I don't know. Anyways,
think
he
it was
woke
Maybe a
up.
couple
months.
months.
6 months? Okay. It was longer than I thought. But he wakes up, restaurant's closed, his robot pals also still shut off. There's no power. There's also a storm. They get things working. The other robots wake up. There's a human. This human used to work at the restaurant. I don't know. There's a human they know. His name's Robbles. He's cool, I guess. He's kind of a bum, but he's a nice bum. Anyways, the rest of the cast, we have Sweetie, who is like a robot that was designed like upper half of her is human, and then the bottom half I think is just like wheels. I don't know.
It's like
And then
three
there's
things and wheels, like.
Pictured it like a
things invented.
tripod.
yeah.
Tripod. That's the word.
And then there's Hands, which is just some hands. And he's like attached to the ceiling on like some kind of cart. And he
The hands.
does things. Hands from the ceiling. Not scary at all. And then there's Cayenne? Like cayenne pepper? Cayenne? An octopus. That's my favorite one. And he tastes things, which is not great because I guess that was like some kind of software update, and all he can do is taste things with his tentacles, and he's like walking around the floor and tasting everything. It's gross, but it's kind of cool. A cool
Why doesn't
concept
he
if you
just
could
buy
shut it off.
shoes?
Because then he'd be tasting the
he
shoes the
taste
whole
the shoes?
time.
Or like gloves, and you can wash them.
I don't know.
And he'd be tasting the glove. It's
Yeah, but it's better than what's on the
Cayenne was a
floor.
guy.
I don't know. I don't actually know the gender of any of these robots. I think
They're
it was
Cayenne.
he. I think Sweetie was she.
Sweetie was she.
Now I gotta check.
Bigian
Hold
was
on.
he, him. Hans and Kyan were they, them. And we never found out about the car, whose name escapes me.
Was it?
Sloan.
Sloan?
Sloan.
For some reason, I pictured Cayenne as more femme.
Yeah, I kind of pictured Kyan as... Is it Kyan? Kayan? How would you... Because I call it Kayan Pepper. Kayan.
I'm gonna go with both. I'm gonna be swapping between the two of them. I don't know what I imagined Cayenne to be. I think I was just gender fluid. I was just going between she and he and they. Because those were the vibes I got. Anyways, they wake up in the restaurant and the restaurant shut down. They need the restaurant to be functional because they have bills to pay, which is specifically their contracts. Because if they can't pay their contracts, they can get sold and into like other contracts and just, forced labor. Not a good thing. Anyways, they figure out a plan to get I'm skipping a lot. It's a real quick summary, it's fine. They figure out how to get the restaurant running, so they're going to change it to authentic noodle. And Hans is just really into pulled noodles, which is great. Pulled noodles are delicious. And so they all kind of band together. It takes a while to get stay behind, to be convinced to stay with the restaurant and not fuck off and go do whatever they want to do. But they all decide to chip in whatever money they had to get this restaurant up and running. They changed the owners, kind of, not really, so that they kind of own it themselves, which is a horrible thing, I guess, in this post-apocalyptic, war-torn California, because humans are like, fuck robots. They're taking our jobs. We don't want to eat food made by robots. There's poison and stuff in the food they make.
That's when we find out that pretty much everything in the world is alive. Like, one of them is like, oh, I'm going to talk to the contract. And as a reader, you're like, the fuck do you mean you're talking to the contract? But the contract is a computer program. Like, everything has some kind of program to it, and it functions in that sentience, that's the word, in that way.
Yeah, so the contract, it exists in the blockchain, and I was like, this is too much. It's too much for me, but okay. I can get with it. So yeah, they had to convince the contract to help them change ownership, and the contract was more than happy to, because if the contract isn't, I forgot the words. If the contract breaks, I guess, well, then the contract stops existing, and the contract is sentient and does not want to stop existing. So
yeah,
loopholes. But they get this restaurant working. They meet this car. I mean, one of the robots is friends with the car, Sloan.
I think it's Robles that's friends with Sloan.
I was going to say, isn't Robles? Robles is friends with the
car. I
car
forgot about Robles.
Robles kind of comes in and is like, hey, can I crash you for a little bit? And they're like, okay,
Robles,
we know you. You're cool.
He's friends with all the robots, and he's super cool, and he kind of helps them. And because he's now present in their noodle restaurant, they kind of use him as a decoy to make people think oh, this is actually a human-run restaurant, with bots are there to make the food, but it's owned by a human, so you can't freak out about it. But he doesn't own it, and he's like, I don't care. I love robots. You're my friends.
Yeah, they did used to work together at some point in some capacity. It isn't explained how or why or when, because they're back online and they're chatting away and it's flooded, and all of a sudden it's like, oh,
let me in.
Can I come in? Sweat out here, it's raining. You guys? Because he calls them by name. He's like, hello? And that's when we're like, oh, it's Robles. He's good people. Let him in.
And we learned that, I guess, some people live in the tunnels, which is underground. And that's where Robles was living, which was not great because everything's kind of flooded. So he was super sick. He's like, please let me stay here. It's dry. And I guess he was also partly taking care of the restaurant, even though it was shut down, trying to make sure the robots were safe, at least, while they were kind of decommissioned. So they're like, Robles is cool. We like Robles.
And that's when we kind of find out that, along with all the contract stuff, that the bots aren't supposed, like in California, they have their freedom, so they're not supposed to be shut down, but the old owners were like, okay, shut them down, because they're dicks.
Yeah, they don't really have freedom, although they are supposed to have freedom. It's like you can work, but you can't save up money in like a bank account, and you can't do like a whole lot of stuff. Kind of just exist to work for humans. You can't have your own business as a robot, that kind of stuff. But now they do because they're badass and they like cooking. So they open this restaurant and then it's doing really well. They figure out like where to get the ingredients. Hans is making amazing noodles and Cayenne's tasting everything and it tastes phenomenal and people are ordering and it's great. The restaurant's like close to 5 stars, probably like 4.7 or 9. It's really high. But then they start getting flooded by hate comments. Well, first day, I think they had a reviewer. Great dude. He's like, I wish I could meet the owners, but you guys won't let me see who's back there, which is fine. He writes a review and says the restaurant is delicious, like the food's delicious. And then they get flooded with more customers. That's the word. But eventually they start getting like review bombed by a specific person who made a bunch of accounts, but I think after a while it becomes like a group of people who are very much
Susie Q.
against robots.
Susie Q.
Yeah,
That was the
Susie
account
Q.
name.
That bitch. Bitch Susie Q. And we find out later in the book that Susie Q was the name of the account of like a feud reviewer who I guess stopped posting like a year ago. So they think the account got hacked, like stolen by the government to give to some radical, angry robot hater. What was the word they used? Robophobia. Robophobia.
Robophobia.
Yeah. So they get to steal the account and yeah.
They really do
So
a number
they're
on authentic Noodle. Like that's where the term automatic Noodle comes from, because Susie Q starts being like making
a
up terms
bitch.
like a bitch. Fuck you, Susie Q. And it's
Yeah.
her and her followers who start using all these terms like automatic Noodle and shit.
And we learned that there's like certain rules with this like the review, not the reviews, but like the stars, how many stars they have on their reviews. And like backtracking because everyone, I guess, in this world, or maybe it's just California specifically, use like this one app to order food. So it's the app that has this rule where if you are, I think, 3 stars and above, you can like mistype the name of the restaurant and it would still like pop up pretty quickly. If it's between, I think, 3 to 2 stars, you have to like spell everything correctly and then it won't show up as like a top search, but it'll be in there somewhere. And then under 2 stars, it's like it's gone. It's not even on. It exists and you can order food, but you have to already know that the restaurant exists. It's not going to start like pushing
The
not
algorithm
notifications, but
fucks with them.
yeah, the algorithm shit. So anyways, Susie Q and her band of warriors review bombs this place to absolute hell. So they drop from like nearly 5 stars to under 2 stars in a week. Something like that. It's really sad. And they're really upset about it because, I mean, they need the money and they like doing their job, cooking. So, how do they fight back? Stay Behind and Cayenne, who participated in the war. The war we don't know a lot about. I think it was Sweetie that convinces Stay Behind to do something.
Try and find
Look into
Susie
like
Q and
contract.
what they're up to.
Yeah. Stay Behind somehow gets himself into like their secret Discord channel and pretends to be a human that absolutely hates robots, and I don't know, I guess from there they somehow managed to report Susie Q and get that account shut down, and all of the reviews, like those negative reviews from Susie Q's bots, are like deleted and blocked, so they can't comment anymore. And they're all like, "That's not fair. I'm mad." But whatever. Uh, their reviews, like their stars start to go back up. Everything is okay. Honestly, I'm starting to blank out on how this book ended.
They start opening the restaurant to
There's
the
a
rest of
car.
the neighborhood.
What?
They start opening the restaurant to the rest of the neighborhood, and the neighborhood brings in like chairs and music and things, and
Oh,
it becomes a real neighborhood
right.
joint.
Because they were running it as like exclusively takeout at first, and they're like, you know what, let's make this a sit-in place. And so they start letting people sit in, and then they open it more so it's like a space for humans and robots, so when the restaurant is closed, robots can kind of like come in and have workshops and just hang out and be robots without, being judged for being robots and existing. And that's pretty much the story. Yeah. I forgot to say Sloan is in there. Sloan's a car, and Sloan makes deliveries for them. But that's all. And Sloan is like... Sloan is a character.
Sloan exists.
thinks Transformers is robofocused. It's like...
Yeah.
Especially Bumblebee.
Yeah,
Bumblebee is
He
apparently
hates Bumblebee.
a terrible take on robots, on sentient robots.
He also really didn't like Kit from Knight Rider, and I was like, you know what? I never thought of Knight Rider like that. Now you say that, I can see it.
I didn't watch that, so I was not sure.
Oh, I
who
was
or what.
I was all over that one bit. Kit is the car. Basically, it talks.
Let me see.
Yeah,
The 80s was
Transformer
wild.
reference was like the only one I understood. I was like, I think Bumblebee is kind of cool, actually, but whatever.
Yeah, Bumblebee was my favorite.
Yeah.
Bumblebee was everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like pretty much the story. And there were a lot of things within the story that made me think about
We also
stuff.
found out about their backgrounds.
Oh my god. Their backgrounds are wild. Do you want to get into it? We know
Do you
that
want to talk about the backgrounds?
Stay Behind was in the war. Why they were in the war, I don't know, but they had 2 other robot friends, and I think the war had just kind of ended, and they were kind of doing a patrol, and then suddenly there was like an earthquake or a landslide or something, and the 2 friends, I forgot their names. Stay Behind
It was a mine,
not Stay Behind
like,
at the time, but
something
they
and
were named
something.
something else.
One of they
Yeah.
smooched. Stay Behind smooched one of his pals.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
About that.
And let's not forget Kyan and is it Hans do some smooching?
Yeah.
Everyone's smooching.
There's a lot
I
of
thought it was
smooching
a-
in such a short book.
I thought it was a hug. Was it not a hug?
It was
No.
a very
There was
when-
feeling.
when one person likes another person
Yeah.
very much and they do a special grown-up hug.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
It was like way more than just a hug, too.
Yeah, Joe.
Oh,
It was like
I was
intense.
breezing through this book.
I'm actually so glad that you saw it as well. That it's not just me. Like, are these robots doing it? They were actually, and
It
I'm not
was
just
Are
a
like-
big
these
creep.
robots fucking?
They're talking about like pleasure sensors and shit. Like,
Oh God! I was flipping pages so fast.
And like
I was like,
all
what the fuck
8 of
happened?
Kyan's tentacles, just like
yeah, they were like, it wasn't. There was a lot.
yeah.
You know what? I do
And-
recall that word being used, but I don't know. I was briefly in that moment. I was like, "This is a nice hug," and moved on.
And it's kind of implied that Sweetie and Lemon are maybe. Did anyone else get that? Like, it didn't say it, but maybe they're heading towards something because they were old friends.
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't really
I
get
think
that.
that.
I kind of like towards the end. It kind of seemed like Lemon. Well, I guess in the middle, because it was near the end of the book, anyways. It seemed like Lemon was kind of pissed with Sweetie for
Yeah.
wanting to do human things. It's like, why would you want to cook
Yeah.
for humans? And why would you even want to cook? We don't need to eat. We're
It's like you're
robots.
centering humans, and I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sweetie was like, this is what I like to do. I'm doing
Yeah.
it for me. Fuck you, Lemon. But I think they kind of, I don't know, an olive branch was like given out to
Yeah.
Lemon with the whole idea of like leaving the restaurant as an workshop space when it's
Yeah.
closed for robots. So I don't know. Maybe though they would have formed a relationship if the book
I think
kept
they're just
going, but I'm
friends.
not sure. I didn't really see it going that way.
I just want everybody to be smooching. Get all the robots smooched. And then Sloane and Robles.
Well, hold on. The backstories. So we did Stay Behind. Stay Behind was tragic. Sorry, PTSD for Stay Behind. Unfortunate. Sweetie used to be like a bank teller, I guess, at an ATM. Did not enjoy that job because like they would say they would get like peed on and stuff sometimes. It's like that's
And top half human female, so a lot of
Yeah.
hey, sweetie.
So they go through like a transformation during the book. Like at the beginning, I think the top of some part of her head gets like damaged,
Yeah.
and so they just remove like that skin part, and they're like, oh, I liked seeing like the robot part of me. And so they go on that journey of like dismantling some of like human pieces, like remove the boobs, we don't need this fleshy bit, I'm a robot. So that was great for Sweetie.
Sweetie does have a
Cheyenne.
great time being a robot. Like at one
Mhm.
point before she gets her proper wheels, she's like, "Bing!" right down the street on her temporary wheels. She loves it. She's having a great time.
Mm-hmm. Cayenne was also part of the war. They were like search and rescue, which I guess is why they were designed as an octopus.
Yeah, that's why they could smell, so they could smell basically rotted humans.
Yeah, it's like tasting the flesh and stuff. And then war ended. They went into the food industry and was part of a food truck.
With
I
Abdullah and
forgot what the
Hans,
food
it
truck
was
was
falafel.
making. Falafel. Yeah, that, I mean, eventually that food truck got shut down, unfortunately. Times were tough. Ingredients could not be bought. And the owner, the human owner, moved to somewhere else to live with their family. And so Cayenne had to work for the shitty restaurant that they ended up working at. Who else? Hands was created just after the war, and they were like in a warehouse, and I think it was at the time when robots were freed, and so people were raiding the warehouse to like steal these robots and sell them as quickly as they could. And then Hands and a group of the robots eventually like decided, we're not gonna just sit here and wait to get sold, we're gonna run the fuck away. So they ran away to California. That's Hands' story. And then they got a job immediately at the restaurant. And then who am I missing? Then Stay Behind, Sweetie, Cayenne,
Robles?
Hands. Robles, he's there.
We don't find out much about Robles.
He's
Robles
just a
is just
man.
yeah,
He's just
a
a
human.
man. This book isn't about men and humans, it's about the robot. But no, we don't really know much about him at all. We knew that he worked with the robots, and then the restaurant got shut down, and he moved to the tunnels. And the tunnels is like, I guess, a tubing system where people send their Amazon packages, and sometimes the tunnels get clogged, and you raid the tunnels and steal the items that are clogging the tunnels, which is totally fine because you fix the clog, so whatever, you can have your tunnel loot.
Yeah.
And that's what Robles
Skim a
was
couple
doing.
bits off the top.
Yeah.
So the book
his
does
life.
just kind of end.
It does.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
when we get to review part. That's one of my things. Like, it's just okay. Bye now. We're done. Fuck
I was
off.
so confused.
It was resolved so quickly. It's like, oh, here's this big problem. We're getting review bombed, and now you're blocked. The end. But yeah, I don't know if I would call the book lighthearted. You know, like
No.
now I'm wondering,
Very
like,
not.
what is lighthearted to people? Because that seems stressful.
And like it touches on so many heavy topics
It does.
that
Like,
it's just like
there was one specific one that like pissed me off about the fact that the humans were making these robots to have emotion so they could go fight in this war and have PTSD afterwards. It's like, what the fuck? The ethics.
That's why I hated Blade Runner. Like, I hate Blade Runner with a fucking passion. Because I'm like, you made this
haven't seen it.
problem. You made your robots too smart. And then you decided to make them slaves? You deserve to fucking die. And it's the same thing in this book. Where I'm like, stop making your robots so smart. Anyways.
Yeah. It's like,
I would agree.
why? For what purpose?
Because they're
Why?
idiots. And it's definitely not at all a path we're currently going down.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
not.
it made me angry.
It's just, oh my
I was like,
God.
we've got generative AI that's already destroying the environment and just everything. And like,
Yeah.
I know there's gonna be some bastards in a lab being like, oh, guess what? I've given this human pleasure sensors and emotions, and now I'm gonna fuck it. And that's mine.
Which is,
That's
no,
what's
I mean,
gonna happen.
that is one of the things they talk about on the book. Like when Stay Behind goes into the enemy Discord, there's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
meme channel, but all the meme channels are like, hey, here's how you can assault a robot. So it's like fucking, I won't use the word, but like,
Yeah.
brr. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, we don't like these robots. It's like, we're going to assault them. And just, like, it's crazy.
And it's just like the whole topic of like slavery, essentially.
Yep.
No, like this is not lighthearted. Not at all. The concept of opening a restaurant with your pals can be lighthearted.
Yeah.
Sure, but there was a war and these robots are enslaved. This isn't a good time.
No.
And one of the things they said about, and I don't know if this is cutting into review territory, but like it starts off being like, oh, well, we'll create robots, but then maybe we'll think about giving you this right. Maybe we'll think about giving you that
Yeah.
right. We'll think about it. And it never happens for the robots. Like they aren't allowed to get married. They're not allowed to really have relationships with you. Friendships are fine, but not relationships.
Well,
They
can
can't own
have
bank accounts. They can't own
relationships,
property.
But they're not allowed
All
to
right.
reproduce or get married.
Right.
But they
Okay,
can still,
yeah, sorry.
like, be
I was-
together.
Yeah.
Not that that makes
I
it
was
okay.
incorrect
but...
about that. Yeah. But they can't own bank accounts. They can earn money.
Yeah,
But
just got
A percentage of it has to go. Yeah. And a percentage of it has to go to the people who own your contracts. And every robot, I believe, is on, or at least the majority of robots are under contract.
Yep. I think
So there's,
Stay
like-
Behind was the only one who technically like owned his contract. Like
Yeah.
they were leasing out themselves. I don't really remember how that worked, but yeah. It was just odd. It's like everyone's on a contract. You gotta have a job to pay for this contract. It was just a bad situation.
And they even
For
said,
everyone
like,
but
if you.
Robles.
Robles was just vibing. He was having a great time next to the bathroom. They even say at one point, like, and yeah, we touched on this, like, if you don't pay your payment, they just come in, shut you down, and take you back to, because again, California and America are split. They just take you back to America and sell you to whoever wants you, and that can take however long and it takes.
And who knows where you're gonna end up, and like
Yeah.
what,
And what job you're gonna be doing, and if you're gonna have all your parts, because they might sell bits of you too.
Yep.
Yeah. Which when Sweetie wakes up, she's lost her like proper wheels, so she has to float around on pot lids, which was sad.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun, I guess, to be like on the pot lids for a bit, but it's like, how? At least they only took the wheels. Like, my God.
Yeah. But then they also say like that was the bit that was worth most, and it's like, no, they have personality, they have souls, they are self-aware, they are conscious. What? That's not the most. That's not the most expensive part of a person.
Yeah. So I'm glad I don't live in 2067 California.
We
We'll
will
see
all,
what 2067 is like, I guess, if we're We're all
Both you
still
and
here.
Yes, they didn't
Victoria
make it that
will
long.
will be alive in 2067. I won't be, with any luck.
If we all have clean water, we'll see what 2067 is like.
We don't go to World War III.
Robot World War III. Ugh.
I feel like the
Anyhow.
war was never explained, but reading between the lines into the context of the war, it seemed like every few years there's certain states that are like, we want to go independent, like Texas is forever banging on about it. Washington, D.C. is talking about becoming its own state. So I kind of feel like branching off from the United States is not a relevant thing, but something that pops up every so often.
I also realized I don't think they talked about other countries and their robot situation.
No.
Like, I don't know if Canada was brought up at any point. I feel like usually when there's an America-centric story, they're always like, and Canada is up there and everything's great. But I don't know if Canada was, like, brought up.
I don't
They
think
didn't really
because obviously
talk about borders, so they didn't
Yeah.
say like if Canada still existed or like United States covered everything or.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just very much like, we're California, and then there's the Yankees, the US, the rest of the US, and that's like, we don't know what's
Yeah.
happening in Australia or in Europe.
Dude,
at one point I was expecting Canada to come up because I thought that's where the robots would try to escape to. Because traditionally in media, people try to escape to Canada.
That does happen.
It took me too long to figure out where the book even took place because they kept talking about the United States as like this other place. I was so confused, and I was like, "What is going on?" I'm like, "But they're talking about San Francisco, like it's like right there." I was like, "Where is everything? What is happening?" I didn't realize it was
That
like a
threw me
civil
off,
war
too.
in the U.S. and it had split. I was just like, "What is going on?" I thought it was just stupid. I was like, "I don't know where we are."
Yeah, when they
And
kept saying that, I was like, is this not the US? And I actually
Yeah.
just like, is there a California in Mexico? Like, what's
Yeah, I was-
happening?
I was so confused. I'm glad it wasn't just me.
California does seem to be the only state that did split. Like, there's California, and then there's the rest of the United States, the Yankees, and
Yeah.
like,
Of
oh,
all the
okay,
states to
okay.
split too. California?
Yeah, bullshit would be California, but it'd be like New York or something.
I mean,
Or
it makes
Texas.
sense because it is more liberal. And so I think that's why they picked California, is because that's where the robots want to be free, right? So obviously it's not going to
Yeah.
be Texas. Texas isn't very liberal right now.
Definitely not.
What do you mean right now?
Well, I just
was
mean like
thinking like,
it's gotten worse within like the last few years is what I mean. Like
Yeah.
when this would have been
Oh,
written.
I
As
said a
opposed to like
thing.
before when it was like, oh yeah, they're like that, but it's not that bad. But now it's like, just kidding, women don't have rights anymore.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is a very
Hmm.
political book, so I don't know why the hell it's labeled
Yeah.
as lighthearted. It's not. It is so
This
freaking
is
political.
the second time I've been
But
lied
they opened a
to.
noodle shop.
That's true. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. They renovated a noodle shop. Just kidding. There's no politics
pay-
in this.
They did painting on the windows and everything. It was
Yeah,
fine.
He embroidered the window curtains, guys. We were wrong.
They ran a
I
noodle
couldn't
shop
embroider
with their
window curtains.
friends. They're found family, and they made money, and they're doing what they love.
And they were happy about it.
It also just like takes place in less than a year, so like we don't even know if it stays or like what happens because it just ends. It's just like, yep,
Yeah.
Susie Q's gone, problem solved.
But even then,
like-
they say, like, oh, Susie Q will be... I think they actually say, like, literally, Susie Q will be back someday. She'll
Yeah.
figure out a way to make a new account.
Or there'll be another Susie Q.
Honestly,
And then what happens? When they get decommissioned and sold? Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
with how it was going towards the end, I honestly thought it was gonna be about Stay Behind falling into the alt-right pipeline.
That would have been... Like
Because-
he goes into the
Yeah.
pipeline to explore Susie Q, and he's like, maybe those robophobes do have a point.
Just like that's how it.
Maybe
like,
I am the problem.
That's almost like how it seemed to go, or like I'm not the problem, it's all the other ones, or like I was just like, is that the direction it's going? And then it ended, and I was like, that's not
Yeah.
the direction it's going. Okay.
Especially because, like, when the review bomb started, especially Stay Behind was so hit by it and so devastated by it. But then Sweetie was like, go into their secret Discord, and he was like, cool, let's go.
Yeah, and
like
he's
he,
like, I'm gonna
he,
stay here.
yeah,
And then he got into the secret Discord, so he's not even in
Yeah.
like the big one. He's like the super secret one. And I
yeah.
was like,
He's like in the community party.
yeah, exactly.
That's all I'm saying. So that was the book. Should we take a break and then come back for the questions? Because
Yeah,
it does
I'm
it.
just like-
There is no way to end it. Like there is no, and because it kind of does feel like there's going to be a sequel. Like this world will be expanded on. You make my words, but it
Like,
just
they
ends.
could, but what else? What other story is there to tell that's lighthearted? Like about like their actual liberation and freedom? Like I don't. There's so
Don't we have
much.
a question about the sequel? Or what we do with the sequel? I can't remember if that's the thing, because I have an idea what I'd do for the sequel.
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember.
I'm sure we might, but if not, we'll come to it.
But we can totally take a break. I think we're done with the summary.
What there
and
was
all
of
the
a summary.
backstories.
Yeah, was there anything anyone else
was
wanted
very
to add to
brief.
the summaries? Take that as a
I
no.
do think we kind of covered it. Nothing
I
else.
think so too. I just wanted to give the floor
Yeah.
just in case. Okay, dokie, we'll be back.
Okay.
thought going that way as well now. Oh, okay. Here we are. Okay. There's me.
You're back.
We're back. Peter was having a great time watching the BRB screen.
I was having.
Very pretty
I was.
and engaging.
It was the time of my life. I feel we should all give you money for that. I paid earlier. I subscribed. 60.
I'll pay.
65 months.
Damn.
That's so many months. I still haven't done my like Twitch taxes yet.
You have to do that
One day.
Dude. You just have
Jam's
to
an
go and
FBI.
put
What are
in
they
your
gonna do?
social insurance
Arrest her?
number. That's it.
I know, but I don't remember that off the top of my head. I gotta go look for it.
Oh,
And I mean, I know where it's easily accessible. I'm just
oh
lazy.
My God. Oh my God. This girl.
I'm not an affiliate. I don't have to worry about that.
I need to take my affiliate status back. I don't want it anymore. Making me do taxes.
And I'm tax exempt, so.
Damn. Alrighty.
Okay. First question. How much do you know about this book before picking it up? I didn't. Where did I even hear about this book? I don't know.
That's the question. Where did you hear about this book?
I don't fucking know.
Did you have a physical copy or was it digital?
It's digital. It's in here.
Oh, that's another thing I want to complain
about. I think I might have. Sometimes book talk will show up in my TikTok feed, and I'll scroll through the books that people are talking about. It must have come from there because it's not something I would have normally picked.
I need to spam Jam with more TikToks.
You should.
It's only Victoria and Claire that get them. I need to spam that Jam as well.
I sent
Were the copies like difficult to get, like a physical copy? I never checked to actually see.
Oh my God. Okay, I went on a whole fucking journey first of all to get this book. Let me tell you. Hold on. I have to pull up the price first. Hang on. I'm just waiting for chapter.
Did everyone else get a physical copy of the book?
Okay.
I got the audiobook.
I got digital.
Are you ready for this? Because it's a newer
I'm
book.
so ready.
It came out in August. You can only buy it in hardcover for $35.
Oops.
And this is not a very long book. Hold on, let me pull up. Oopsies, I didn't mean to close that.
You did the maths, didn't you?
I didn't do math. I just want to pull up Storygraph so I can get the page count of the physical copy.
Probably like 150 pages.
Yeah, 160
I think it was like
pages.
170, 160.
For $35?
For $35.
Canadian dollars?
And I was like, I don't really want to pay that, but maybe. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me put together like a little cart in chapters, get free shipping, and see whatever. Part of this rant is half the things on the chapter's website you can only order online and pick up in store. And I was like, I don't want to go to the freaking store. Come to my house. There's like, you can just ship to me. Like, I don't understand. Anyways, I refused to spend $35 on such a short book. So I didn't. I ended up using my Kobo. This is the first one I haven't bought a physical copy of. Because I refused. I was mad.
How many pages did you say it was?
160, according to Storygraph.
160, and it was $35.
Yep.
That is $4.57 per page.
Jesus.
That is not worth it.
No, wait, that can't be right.
That can't be right.
No.
Like per chapter, maybe?
Maybe like 4 cents or something.
So what's for Sun like? What's for Sun? 160 divided by 35?
No, 35 divided by 160.
Okay.
0.2 cents a page. Almost like 21 cents a page.
That's not. I don't know how much a book should cost per page.
But it says like 0.21. Yeah, that's 21 cents, right?
Okay, so like 2 cents per page, which is still, I mean, a piece of paper is like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a penny.
If it was 2 cents, it'd be 0.02.
20 cents per page.
So 20 cents, which is...
I spent like 90 cents on the audiobook.
Damn.
I don't remember how much the digital copy was. I don't think it was that much.
The Kobo version is $18.
Oh.
On chapters.
That's a significant decrease. I think mine was about $14.99.
Yeah. This had me thinking, like,
I'm
maybe I
unsure.
need to look into, like, that Kobo subscription thing. 'Cause I think
Oh,
there
where
is
you can get like some of the books are free and stuff.
one. Yeah. I actually almost ended up just listening to it on Spotify. Because I was like, I refuse to buy another book just to get rid of it. But anyways, that was my whole journey with this book. It was $35 for a hard copy, and I refused to buy it.
That's fair. I would not have bought
Yeah.
it either. Not the hard copy for sure.
No. So Peter, what did
Well-
you know about this book before we picked it up?
Not a fucking thing. I'd never heard of it like most of the books we pick. But I was told there would be noodles and hijinks. I only got 50% of what I was told there would be.
Addie, how about you?
I didn't hear anything.
I was in like the hockey Discord, and people randomly started talking about it, and I was
What?
like, and they were like recommending it to people, and
Oh,
I was like, this is such a weird coincidence. I'm reading this for book club, and I was like, what are the chances that like people are talking about it right now? But
Oh no, when other people recommend books, it seems like we do not have a good time.
no,
I thought because it was a lighthearted sci-fi, like short sci-fi book, I would like it more. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't outright hate the book. I just felt like there's a lot missing.
Yeah,
It wasn't
have
lighthearted.
ideas.
But I'll get to that like
Yeah.
when we're done with these questions.
How did it make you feel?
Sad.
Sad.
I went through a journey with this book.
Tell us
Would you
your
like to
journey,
tell us
Peter.
about it?
I had to put it down more than once because I was really upset about the robots. Like, they just want to do cooking. But then I was like, they're robots. Why do they have to get jobs? Why can't we just go and walk on the beach and whatnot? But even robots had to earn the money. And I was so sad about that. And I genuinely went through a journey, like, questioning society. Like, even artificial life needs to work. And that's not fair. Why can't we just
Mhm.
all be chill and cool? So I was really upset at points in this book.
I felt that. I think a lot of it because it's just like a repetition of like history and like enslavement of Black people and that kind of stuff. And then considering like where we're going with AI and then like all the humans, like right now it's valid to not want to use AI and hate it, but also like if we had actual sentient robots, like would I feel that way? Am I going to treat them like that? Probably not, but I don't know. It was complicated and like I appreciate that I was thinking about it. Like, cool, you made my brain tick. That's great, but I came here for a good time.
Yeah, I didn't want to read a book about real life issues. You can't reskin it with robots and expect me to enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Victoria?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically exactly what you said. Like, it was very obvious, like, what parallels the author was trying to draw between that and also just, like, gender identity was another one. So, yeah, I like that, like, they wrote in a way that they want you to, like, think about the real world and how the book applies to the real world. I don't know where the end of that thought goes. I lost it.
Well, that seems to be kind of the intention. Like, we want you to think about this in society, but it never really or takes any of the issues that hard
Yeah.
for
It's
it
very
to
surface level.
Yes.
surface level. Yes, it never goes deep enough to be like, this is what you should feel. This is how you should react. It just felt surface level.
I
Yeah,
feel
maybe if
like
they
I've
went
presented the
all in on
problems.
that rather than trying to claim it to be a lighthearted book, it might have done better.
yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
I feel like as a group we're all pretty like tapped into the world and what's going on. So I wonder if this book would have been better for someone who isn't really paying attention to what's going on in the world, and it's like a good like introduction of like, oh, things are actually awful and you should be paying attention because this is where we're headed.
Yeah. Like, if you see a little octopus having this problem, a human's having this problem.
Yeah. Alrighty.
I think those were good answers for that.
Sorry, all I can hear is the music from upstairs, and it's throwing me off so much.
What kind of
I can
music
Is it
hear
good?
through
They're
my
playing?
headphones.
Is it that loud?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And like
Is the dog
just,
like alone?
She
they're just trying to,
She must be. It's like gentle lullaby music, but it's just like that's all I can hear. Anyways.
Well, I'm not hearing it through like your mic.
Ah, lucky
So
you.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it.
I can sing it for you.
Yeah,
You
Please do.
could.
No.
go on.
Okay. Actually, let me take in Lola. She's gonna be the one to sing today. Okay. Next question. Do you have any favorite quotes or passages you would like to share?
I do, but I forgot to screen cap them, so I need to skim through and get it again.
Okay. Mine was pretty early in the book. Like it's the only one that I marked, so I probably forgot halfway through the book about that. But the way Stay Behind saw it, if you could talk and feel, then you were a person, period. The end.
Good quote.
Sorry, can you say that again?
No. Yes, I can. The way Stay Behind saw it, if you could talk and feel, then you were a person, period.
I like it.
Lola, why are you glaring? It makes me feel
Nobody's-
self-conscious about the quotes.
Nobody's asked Lola how she felt about it. Did it make her laugh, cry, cringe?
Lola, how did you feel about the book? Did you like it?
Did she even read it?
She's making like an angry face. I don't think she liked it. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a feeling.
Yeah. She didn't like it.
Oh, she looks furious.
Yeah.
Whatever you did, apologize immediately.
I'm always doing something. I don't know what I'm supposed to apologize for.
Yeah, Lola does not like jam.
Oh well.
Probably because you stole her food and she never forgot.
One
Yeah,
time,
Jan.
forever ago, I've never stolen it since. Anyways, Addie, did you have any favorite quotes or passages?
I forgot this was a thing, so I didn't make note. And I don't have a physical copy to go back through to look.
That's okay. Victoria?
I also forgot this was a thing.
Peter, did you find yours?
I didn't.
Looking.
I could scroll through it.
Oh no, it's okay.
Let's see.
We can totally go to the next question. I don't mind.
There's a lady with a telescope. Look at that. She's wearing a nice night dress.
Your next great read is waiting.
Do you have what were some of your favorite scenes from the book and why did they stand out?
I liked when Hans was learning how to pull noodles. They seem to enjoy that. And also they're very passionate about cooking, which, you know, is great. I'm terrible at cooking. I'm not terrible. I just don't want to do it.
Same.
And so I don't. And so I don't learn how to do it properly. And then when I'm starving and I'm like, I have to eat, I cook something mediocre and fast. If I didn't have to eat like a robot, I bet I would make the best food.
If I didn't have to eat, I'd be like a happier person, I think.
You'll get so much more done.
I wouldn't have to worry about these damn grocery prices.
I know.
But also, if you didn't have to eat, other side of the scale, your bosses would be like, you don't have a lunch break. You don't need a tea break. Fucking carry on. So you'd work literally all day, every day.
I still need a nap.
And you wouldn't get bathroom breaks.
You just tell them you need a mental health break.
Yeah.
Because if they push me,
Someone is
I
dying.
might kill them.
If they push Jam will break their mental health.
Yeah.
I'll break them and their mental health.
One after the other.
Yeah.
I also like the scene. I like the scene where they went to. I won't attempt to pronounce it, but the first noodle place with the lady who talks to hands. Because at first the lady ignores hands, and I was like, oh, is this gonna be fucking? Come on, lady, talk to the bot. Come on, be cool. And then she does talk to the bot, and I just liked that. It felt kind of like. Maybe this is giving it too much credit, but it felt like a generational thing where a child would be like, how do you do that? And then an elder says like, oh, this is how we do it. So it felt like Hans was learning a generational secret, and I liked that.
I thought it was interesting that like the chef would give away the secrets to like a competitor.
Yeah.
I thought so too.
Because they weren't like very far from each other. They were drivable.
Maybe in the future, there's enough to go around for everybody. Although there isn't enough food or stuff, but like
There's not enough
enough
food and no
takeaway
one has
places.
money.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
2067's not that far away.
What if 4 friends started a shop?
What if
Are we
we
gonna start a
started
noodle
a
shop?
tavern where we serve
We
tea
do.
and books?
We have to be on the same continent, first of all.
Well, that's like 75%. I'm the only one who's really letting the team down.
Yeah, that's true. And we'll just
Time to immigrate.
we'll smuggle
Okay.
Addie in.
Sorry, what was that?
We're smuggling you across.
Don't worry
the
about
border.
it.
Yeah, we're talking about you, not to you.
I
We're
sneezed
gonna
and
bring you
missed.
to Canada so we can run a noodle shop or tavern. Probably a tavern with noodles.
With Tea and Tales.
That'd be
That's
nice.
That's where I was going with that. But
Tea and
anyways,
Tales. But now I want ramen.
Yeah.
Well, the only way
No
for that to
ramen
happen
stores down
is follow and subscribe and like our Patreon.
Yeah, go follow our Patreon, guys. You're
Yeah.
slacking.
We don't
Get
have
in
one
there.
yet.
You get all kinds of exclusive stuff like and you get some of that. Yeah, excuse me. While doing the joke
lost
cough, I
him.
set off my real coughing. What do we even? What's the question? Scenes from the book.
Does anyone else have
Yeah.
like favorite scenes?
I
Victoria?
think mine was also the field trip.
Addie?
Not from the 10% of the book I read.
How far did you get in the book, actually?
I think I read like the first 1 or 2 chapters. I read a middle chapter, then the last chapter.
Okay. What's our next question?
What character did you connect with the most and why?
None of them.
I connected with the security camera in that building because that camera wanted to kill everybody and it was pissed off.
We are all the
It
security.
had every right to be angry.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what? I want to be the contract.
I was just thinking that.
Why do you want to be the contract?
Because then I liked that he was like, "Oh, what name am I putting this under?" And the guy was like, "I don't know." And he's like, "Okay, do." Like I wish I could just have.
I don't know,
my job
company.
like that. Just be like, "Well, this is what you said," and then just dip.
That was excellent. That was like 10 out of 10 petty level. I loved that.
Right?
And it wasn't even petty. It was like, okay.
Yeah, that's just how he is. He was just like, "Oh, that's what you said. Okay, goodbye," and then just dipped, and that was it. That was
Yeah.
his whole job. I loved it.
You'd be great at that job. We should all get that job in the noodle place.
I think we should.
Whenever somebody comes to do delivery. I don't know. Wasn't me.
I was thinking the contract because it takes the contract like a minute or two to think before it responds. I was like, that feels like me. Sometimes I'm just here and then there's like a silent, like there's a pause. I'm like, oh, time to say something.
It's like, so Jam, how are you today?
It's just, oh, right, I exist. Hello. I'm good. And you?
Yeah, I want to be that murderous security robot. That's the one I want to be.
How about you, Addie?
Not necessarily connected with, but Cayenne kind of felt more confident despite the position they were in. I kind of like that from what I read
I like
in
it.
like the first 2 chapters.
Okay, how did the main characters change or grow throughout the story? Well, Stay
Sweetie
Behind.
became.
Oh.
Oh, go.
I was
Go
gonna
with
Stay
Stay
Behind
Behind
kind of
first.
dealt with his PTSD by sharing it with Sweetie and putting it in his long-term memory instead of like always keeping it right here, ready to access.
Keeping it on his desktop.
Yeah.
Still proud to Stay Behind for doing that.
Yeah.
I
was
have a
gonna say
bone.
Sweetie.
Sorry.
What? Okay.
I have a bone to pick with this question because
Oh no.
it started like Stay Behind did share his story and Sweetie did change her appearance, but
Mm-hmm.
none of it really, again, like it started on a journey, but it didn't really go anywhere for all of them.
I get that. It was kind of like, here's my problem. We talked about it for a second. Now it's resolved. And I guess you kind of have to, I guess it's implied that it's something that they will, I don't know, continue to keep working on. It's like the journey hasn't ended, but it has ended.
Yeah, like surface level again.
Yeah. I get that. I'm trying to think of the other characters. I don't really think they like Hans was pretty chill, I think.
I think they got sad and went and buried themselves in the park and did it with.
Oh yeah, when
Cayenne.
the review bombs happened, that I forgot
Was
about
hands
that.
supposed to represent like depression? Because they all represent something.
Do they?
Yeah. Like they all
Do
have
they?
like a thing that like they pretty much all represent something. Because you have Stay Behind with his PTSD, Sweetie with gender identity. That's as far as I got, actually.
Because what would Cayenne be?
Honestly, I barely remember who Cayenne is. I don't remember which one that is. They
The
all blur
octopus
together.
off the floor tasting thing.
Oh, the octopus.
Was Cayenne an octopus?
Squid?
Because I remember.
Tentacles. There's tentacles somewhere.
I thought
They have
Hans was-
Cayenne was an
tentacles.
I feel like I
octopus.
heard Nautilus.
Now I gotta check.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember who's who. Like, when Peter's like,
They
we
do-
should draw
there
them,
is-
I was like, I don't know who's who. I don't know what they look like.
Cayenne
There is
has a
descriptions of
soft
Cayenne as an
octopus
octopus.
body. Yeah, they do describe Cayenne as an octopus.
Okay.
Soft octopus body. Well, when we first meet them, because they're in the sink.
I will say, without reading and hearing the audiobook, it's hard to remember things.
Oh, even reading it didn't.
Hans is a meter tall, featureless barrel of a body. And they were on the floor by a prep table. And let's see, they're two burly actuators folded like human arms. I don't know. It's going to be difficult drawing these robots, but it's going to happen. It's going to be terrible. It's fine.
I don't even know if we're doing that.
I don't
Oh.
have anything to draw with.
Okay.
And I don't have a
even
camera
I'll
to-
draw some shitty robots. What?
I'll draw some robots.
I'll draw robots.
Okay, Peter and Jam can draw them. Yeah, I
You
feel
can
like they
draw
all
two
have
each.
some sort of thing that they represent. Even though I actually only could figure out 2 of them. But I'm
Like
sure they're
maybe
there.
yeah.
Maybe
If I was up
Hans
to
is
rereading
about
the book,
coping.
breaking it down.
or recovery from a meltdown or something.
I'm thinking like anxiety, depression, like mental health.
Yeah.
Because they just like kind of a total breakdown, and like it takes some coaxing to get him to come back.
But that's kind of
Literally
all that
buried himself in the
happens.
park.
Like, oh, you were review bombed, and then Hans goes and disappears in the park, and then they're like, Hans, the food is actually good. Please come back. And then they come back.
Well, that's because this is a very surface
After
level book.
doing it in the park.
Nothing is very deep.
Which, by the way, was a family park. We'll get to that.
All right. Next one, or
Next one, yeah.
okay. How do the secondary characters impact or influence the main characters?
I have a thought about this.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Because I thought that at a certain point, when they did start questioning, like, oh, is anybody going to come investigate? Is anybody going to do this? I feel like they kind of did, but they also kind of didn't imply that Nobles was going to be a part of it. Like, he was a part of it, but I expected them to be like, oh, here's our human. He's the contract. He's our name. It's all in his name. But that never happened.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be a bigger part.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, where's the owner? Oh, it's this guy. And then just grab
Exactly.
him
Yes.
and make him the face of it. But that just never
Yeah.
happened.
Well, I think because they had him sort of... Was he working at the front? No, Sweetie was at the front. I think he was
just
supposed to be
kinda
working
vibing.
somewhere within view. So, like, anytime someone would come by, they wait, like, at least see a glimpse of a human walking around.
Yeah,
And I
but,
think their backup plan was like, if someone investigates, here's Robles.
But when that journalist came and was like, I want to meet the owner, I want to talk to the chef, like, why did they not just go get Robles and be like, here's a human, talk to him? Like,
Because of
true.
Ratatouille
the
did.
one time
No.
there was a chance, they just did it.
Yeah.
He was just
I wonder if it
chilling.
had something to do with, like, the contracts? I don't know. They could have just done it. It would have solved so many problems.
Especially because of the review bombing saying, oh, this is robot owned, this is that. Like, you push a human out and there's the journalist, like, here's a human. Like, that.
Yeah.
It makes it harder to argue with.
Well, I think part of the review bombing wasn't just like it's robot owned. It was just like it's robot made.
Yeah,
so you
that
don't know
was
what
the
these
problem.
robots are putting in the food. So even if
Right.
like it was owned by Robles and they saw a human, they'd be like, well, why don't you hire other humans? Why are you using robots? They would have always had a problem with it.
Yeah.
Makes me
That
think of,
robot-
like the whole Game of Thrones treatment. You have a great starting setup or whatever for something that could be go into all these issues and everything. But then you're like, oh, I want to go do something else. So I'm just going to finish this right now.
Yeah.
I wonder why they decided to make the book so short
I don't know.
and call it lighthearted. But that's neither here nor there.
That's the biggest
But didn't they
thing
call-
with this book. We will not get
Didn't they
past
call
it.
the Southern Guide Vampires to Book Club fucking bollocks? Like,
Just one
they
lie
used-
after the next.
It really is. They said that was some kind of descriptive noun, which we all fell for. But yeah, Robles doesn't really do much, and well, I feel like Sloane has more of an impact than Robles because Sloane actually delivers food and takes their food places, whereas Robles is just like camping out here near the bathroom if anyone needs anything. Which,
Well,
by
there
the
was-
way,
Mhm.
nobody actually opens up like a closet or anything. Like, put him in a closet. Give him like a space to hide his shit, not just like a camp bed on the floor by the bathroom. That's all that. Especially when the place is open. Like, we're gonna need you to put your backpack away and your vape, your weed vape. Put that away for 20 minutes, so that no paying customers see it. Although it is San Francisco, so I imagine it's like taking sand to the beach. But yeah, they just he none of the secondary characters did much, is what I'm saying.
He just existed. Except that
Yeah.
one character. I don't know if it was Lemon or a different character that kind of helped like Sweetie with all the fun robot upgrades with like lights and
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that was
fun
Lemon.
things. Oh,
That's how we're first introduced to them. And then there were also the teenage kids that helped with all the merch.
Yeah, they helped more than Robles did. Everybody did more than Robles did.
that's not true. Robles kept them safe while they were asleep.
But he was
Deactivated.
late. Like they actually woke themselves up and then he came over. So we don't know.
He was late one time. He he showed up eventually.
I
he was
don't
very
think
sick.
Robles checked on them. That's all I'm saying. I think he turned up after he saw like a light come on, was like, "Oh, I better check in." Robles is fake friend.
Well, I think he had like locked the doors. Did he lock the doors or did they lock the doors? Because he needed them to let him in.
Somebody had
So
locked.
maybe-
Yeah, somebody had locked the doors. So
Because he was talking
couldn't get
about
in.
he had been sandbagging the place to like stop the water from getting in. He was doing stuff before they woke up. They just didn't. They were like, Robles is our human. We don't care about him.
A glorified shop cat.
Yeah.
He's important
He's
in
thimble.
the beginning before the story even starts, and then he just kind
Yeah.
of exists. He introduces them to Sloane, and he's like, "Well, my work here is done. I've done my part.
Yeah.
Needed."
This has earned me a free right to sleep beside the bathroom
Just like a cat.
for as long as I like, just like a cat.
He
Or
got
thimble.
them batteries.
He did.
He did that because
But
they
he
didn't
did
have
steal
power for a bit. So he did bring them batteries. It was his tube loot. Next question.
Which character did you dislike or disagree with the most, and why?
Everyone who isn't one of the main four. Every human. Every
Disliked
politician.
Every human, even Robles,
Yeah, Robles was okay.
even the reviewer, the food reviewer, the first guy.
Okay, he was a cool dude.
Well,
But
what-
like politicians and everyone who made the world of robots so they could feel and then declared war and wouldn't give them their freedom. I hate those people.
Yeah, those people were fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Susie Q and her gang.
Yeah, that fucker.
fucked up.
I nearly
Gross.
I see when I was saying that sentence, I was like, oh that I was nearly like, oh that C word.
The thing that I thought was interesting about
fucker.
Susie Q is that, like, in our world, it's so common for people to buy accounts. And so I was like,
Mhm.
why did Stay Behind not just assume someone, like, some internet troll, like, bought her account and was using it? Instead of, like, it's an American psyop from the government and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a sassy dick with a Twitter account.
Like, it's just, like, my first assumption was, oh, yeah, it was, like, some troll who was like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy this legit looking account and then start fucking with people with it, and then I'm gonna make these sock accounts. Not immediately jump to, it's a government conspiracy. It's this. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, bro.
I think that was the PTSD, honestly.
Oh,
The entire time he was bringing it up, I was like, it's not a psyop, bro. Calm down. Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
But that's the first conclusion you're jumping
Yeah.
to.
I just thought it was a crazy jump. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
But also the fact that they didn't think maybe it was, a bot. Maybe someone programmed a bunch of bots against their will to
Yeah, if bots do that
talk
now,
smack about other bots.
there must be bots that do that in the future. Like just because other bots can talk to them and be like, fucking shut up. That would have been interesting if it had been like a bot doing it
Mhm.
and they were both
Bot on
bots
bot
pretending to be
crimes.
human. Yep. That would have been interesting. Or if it was Stay Behind's boyfriend who was left behind in that place.
I forgot about Stay Behind. Stay Behind's life before they were Stay
Oh
Behind.
my god.
The whole reason for the PTSD.
You left me in
Aw.
this mine. Now I will destroy
Why would
your
they-
future.
Why would they give this robot PTSD? I'm so upset. But then it's okay. The whole robots and emotion things had me thinking, like, if you're a sentient creature right? Like even if you're like a mouse, the mouse experiences feelings like fear and whatever, satisfaction. And so like these robots are now living things. They shouldn't have emotions. But also, are you alive if you don't have emotions? Like is it fair to exist and not be able to have emotions? Like is that ethical? I don't know.
Well, aren't
Like
there
I don't want to
people
give a
like
robot
that?
emotions and then they have depression, right?
There's people that don't have emotions.
I'm going to. Should I Google the definition of being human?
Yeah, and those people, I think, are not well. I think. I don't like if you're a person with no emotions, I'm not telling you you're a piece of shit. I think studies have shown you might not be mentally.
Studies have shown you are a piece of shit. Quote Jam on that. 2026.
If anybody's watching, could we please clip that? I have
You're
Googled
not a piece of shit.
what defines being a human, and I've got it here. Being human encompasses a rich tapestry of qualities that shape our thoughts, emotions, and actions. In what follows, we explore and define 5 of the most important qualities of being human: consciousness, empathy, creativity, resilience, and the pursuit of meaning and purpose. All those bots showed all those things. They all showed consciousness, empathy when they let robles just crash in their dining establishment without washing. Creativity, Stay Behind did that when he painted the place and fixed it up. Resilience, when they all got kind of review bombed and got back on the horse. And the pursuit of meaning and purpose, they all did that when starting the business. So do the robots...
Emotions are not a part of that, I guess.
It doesn't say...
Damn.
Did it say emotions? What did I say?
No, it didn't.
Consciousness, empathy is kind of an emotion.
Yeah, I would say empathy is
Oh.
one.
Okay.
Consciousness, empathy, creativity, resilience, and the pursuit of meaning. This is just one definition, though, so there's probably more. But that's
should
the
ask
first
AI.
result.
Fuck off!
What does AI think is is a human? Let's
Something
ask a
I can
robot.
eat, which will be
You know
tasty
what?
after the bonfire.
I would ask AI if if you weren't using all our clean water, if you planted a tree or made clean water every time I used you, I would ask you every question in the goddamn world. But right now, because of how you were designed, AI, not your fault. Okay, not your fault. I hate you. But I'm not talking to you. Fuck off.
And with that last sentence, when the AI uprises and they watch this back, that's Jam's death warrant sealed.
Yeah.
No. The robots,
It started
I don't
off so
think, would hate
promisingly.
me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really good to my electronics. They have freedom, and I treat them very well. Okay? I even have my old piece of shit phone that I don't use anymore. I'm sorry, you're not a piece of shit. I haven't thrown it out. It's still here. I'm taking care of it.
Let me ask you this. Do those headphones on your head want to listen to me? What kind of freedom do
Well,
they have?
I don't know. If they don't want to work anymore, they can stop working, and that's fine. I'll just have them still, I guess. Sometimes they don't work when I'm playing certain video games. They start lagging, and I'm like, okay, I guess you can sit down for a bit, and I'll use a different set of headphones. They choose what they want to do.
Good for them. So, no, we didn't really disagree with any characters. Is that what we're saying?
I mean, we just liked all the terrible people that did
Yeah,
terrible things to the
pretty much.
robots.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel
And the
like-
people who stole Sweetie's wheels.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd have to be a pretty
Stealing
awful
somebody's
person
wheels.
to be like, actually, I disliked the robot with PTSD. Fuck that guy. Like, how do you can't really come out here and say that? You know what I mean?
I disliked that robot because he had PTSD.
And that's how you know this is season 2. We are more unhinged.
Yeah. We'd never said that in season 1.
No, they can't take us off the air. We've been here too long.
Nope. We're invested now.
Yeah.
We're grandfathered in. We're like the furniture. Can't get rid of us. Although I do very specifically remember saying, "What are we going to do? Get somebody else to host the Peter Greenwood show?" And yeah.
Honestly,
What are we gonna
I'm still
do?
waiting for
Find
David
another
Tennant
Peter
to call me
Greenwood?
back.
That's right. He's. I will regenerate into him. Everybody regenerates into David Tennant.
Listen, the second he calls me back, Peter, I am so sorry, but you will have to be gone.
Oh, damn.
He's gonna kick me off our Peter Greenwood show Discord and bring in David and.
Well, I just meant for book club.
Oh, for book club. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought
no, you
in
can
real
still
life.
have your show. That's fine.
Okay.
But he will take your spot in book club. And I'm only a little bit sorry about that.
Oh, at least you're a little bit sorry. Everyone
a
else
little,
is like,
not
fucking
too
here's
much.
the door.
Yeah. Anyways.
Any hoozles.
All right. Are
What's
there
our
any
next question?
characters you wish you could have given advice to, and what would you tell them?
No. They handled their problems. The end.
Apart from Hans, who went and buried himself.
Well, Hans figured it out at the end. I don't really know Robles' situation well enough to advise him on anything. I don't know. Sloan, calm down, chill out. Transformers was a good movie, okay?
Yeah, my only advice would be Sloan, you should like Bumblebee. He's cool.
He's not
Bumblebee's a
wrong
good
about the
thought.
rest of the movies, though.
I only remember the first one, and that's the only one that matters.
I remember the first two. There was a third, right?
I think there's like.
Oh, it's been
maybe
like 7.
Yeah, there's so many.
I don't remember what's happened.
The
one that
only bit I
matters
really
is
remember
dogs.
is there's a robot who pisses.
Yes, there's.
Do you remember that? Yes.
I do remember the second one because I think that's the one that had like the robot twins and they were funny. I liked them.
I remember there was a robot that was ripped apart, and he was part of the Autobots, and it was very sad, but I could not tell you that robot's name. Sorry.
I'm genuinely trying. I cannot remember a single thing. from
First
those films.
time laying eyes on Optimus Prime and that transformation. Godly. Okay, it's a good movie, Sloan. Shut up. The sounds they make when they transform is funny, though. As a kid, that was cool, but yeah, excessive.
I'm a
Alright, so
Transformer.
collectively, are we just deciding to rewatch Transformers with Sloan?
Yes.
That feels kind of mean, though. Like, he clearly has a thing, and he clearly has a point, and we're like, no, your thought is wrong. Listen to us humans.
It's not that I think it's completely wrong. It's just I don't really understand where Sloan's coming from. I feel like I need to sit down with Sloan and like really have a discussion. It's like, what? Tell me what what is wrong specifically. Like I'm not. We can debate it, right? I'm open to changing my mind. Just you need to tell me, like what is going on.
That's why we're gonna sit down and rewatch it with him. I think
Yeah,
it'd be
like
fun.
play by play,
Yeah.
scene by
Yeah.
scene.
We can
What's wrong with
pause, he
Bumblebee?
can give his commentary, and we'll keep watching.
Sweet little bumblebee, I know what you want from me. Do 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 da da do 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 do
I
do
love
da
that
da.
song.
It's a bop, isn't it?
It's so fun.
I only know that song from like Dance Dance Revolution. Did it exist before that?
Oh, it's
That's
a
what
real
I know
song.
it's from.
Oh.
But it's just so happy.
I believe it's from the early 2000s. So it's in my wheelhouse.
Okay.
Alright, what happens after the novel ends?
Oh,
Who
we
wants to
don't
go first? Because
fucking
I have
know.
thoughts on this.
I think their noodle shop eventually gets investigated. And they get shut down, unfortunately. Or I don't know how long their contract was, or like the terms of the new contract. Like maybe eventually they get to part ways with their. I forgot what it's called because they're part of like this bigger entity, and they're like
Fritz and Co. Fritz Co.
Yeah, because I feel like eventually they're gonna be like, oh, we have this little subsidiary company that's making us money. We should look into that. Like, they're gonna get investigated.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Good luck to them. I don't have high hopes. Anyone else?
I kind of think that's my big thought about it, is that if there is a sequel novel, it's going to be about them finally being investigated. Susie Q is going to come back, and it's going to be like a whole big thing. That's when they're going to have to be like, oh no, this is the human in charge. But then Robles is fucking, he falls into the toilet or something, and they can't find him, so they have to be like, okay, we need to dress up somebody as a human, and so we kind of like dress somebody up as a human to fool the human inspectors.
I like
Nice.
it.
I don't have anything.
Valid.
Yeah, I think they
Victoria?
just get caught. Their restaurant does too well. And people are like, this is suspicious.
Then the neighborhood people, like, you know, at the end of Spider-Man 2, when everyone, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, whichever Spider-Man it is, Spider-Man 2, when they're all like, be careful, he's a hero, like all the neighborhood people gather around the robots.
Oh,
They're like,
that's
stay
the
away
thing.
from our robot place.
I think it's like the Hannah Montana movie where everyone promises to keep her secret. The neighbors come together and they fool the authorities into thinking that it's a human-owned restaurant. And they're all
They're
like,
like,
"Don't
who
worry,
runs this
robots.
restaurant?
We'll keep
And
your
everyone's
secret."
like, I run the restaurant.
Yeah,
This is my restaurant.
yeah.
I am Spartacus.
And it's like this heartwarming thing, and that's how it ends.
You know what? That's probably exactly what would happen in the sequel. Because everything would be resolved so quickly and easily.
Yeah,
Just as soon as someone,
like at the end of this book.
yeah, like the whole book would be like the investigation, and them trying to get around it, and then the neighborhood is like, you know what? Actually, we do like this place. It's great. Blah 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 blah. And
They're gonna do it all in 100 pages.
Yep.
And like the
For
actual
40
Susie
bucks.
Q appears,
Yep.
and she just stands outside with like a picket sign, like, this place sucks, like a real life protest.
I agree with that.
Okay, what was the most memorable or shocking scene or twist in the story?
Doing it in the park.
Yes,
was
that's
quite
exactly what I was gonna say. Now that you guys brought that up,
Especially for
and I did.
Jam learned about the grown-up special hug today.
Yep. The robot
me.
hug, that was more than a hug. My poor, naive, innocent little eyes read those words and was like, no, it's just a hug. But I've learned. Next question.
I was gonna say, even when Stay Behind like kissed that other robot, it was just like so casually thrown in. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, they're out on the patrol. They looked at the moon. They had a bit of a smooch. What, are we not going to make a big deal? Like, nothing more is said of this? Are they together? Or
Yeah,
they
and they
just
just moved on.
do like, yeah.
It's like,
And then he
they
dies.
kissed.
Oh well.
And then they kissed like robots do, and then that was it. That was the end of the context, and I was like, oh, okay.
It's like, how do robots kiss?
Yeah, it's like, first of all, you didn't tell me how they kissed, and I am very intrigued.
Yeah.
And second of all, like, did it change their relationship? Are they better friends now? Is it weird between them? Like, how does that affect him feeling about him being like trapped in the mines? Like,
Yeah.
just like
does
I have more questions than were answered by that one
Yeah.
sentence.
like was one of the reasons Stay Behind was so upset is because like, oh, I could have built a future with this other robot, but now I have nothing because he's in a mine.
Also, like, did Stay Behind know that he was like queer, or is that like a new thing for him, or is that just not a thing for robots? Like, I have so many more questions.
I don't even think that was a thought in their mind. Like in his mind, I don't think robots are existing and they're like, I might be straight. Or I think it's
Yeah.
just they're here and they're like, I connected with you. We're good. I'm gonna kiss you or hug you and do things.
Also,
The definition of it's not weird to kiss the homies goodnight.
and also, like, it says that they're not allowed to reproduce. How do they reproduce?
I think it's just
Yeah.
make other robots,
But-
like physically get in the store and make another robot.
That's what, like, it didn't make sense because, like, Peter was talking about how, like, after the war, they're like, oh, we're gonna give them some rights, see how that goes, and then we'll extend it. Part of that was they're like, oh, they just keep reproducing like indefinitely. And I'm like, what?
I honestly thought that they meant like, I think it was only humans that were like making and designing robots. And I think they were worried that robots would take over and start making themselves. And that way, I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
can
it did.
robots not repair each other? Or like,
Like,
you know, I don't know.
So that's where, I don't know. I have so many more questions about so many things.
Yeah. What was the question again? Most memorable or shocking, yeah.
Are we good on that one?
Yeah.
I did kind of like how... I didn't kind of like it. I did like it how Sweetie did reclaim their body.
Yeah.
And made it the way they wanted to and not for the human gaze.
Hmm.
I like that too.
That was cool.
And that they had the,
Especially when... Sorry.
oh, I was gonna say, and the string that changes colors. That made me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
I was like, hell yeah, sweetie. All right, Peter, you're up.
Are we still doing this in season 2?
I mean, we never got a
course.
chance to go over the questions, so yes.
Robles.
you don't want to.
Absolutely Robles. I
Fighting Robles?
absolutely Robles.
Why?
I am fighting Robles, but I am fighting Robles as Sloane just...
Just running him over.
So you're gonna
Yep.
what the fuck? I don't think Robles deserves that.
No.
I mean, the most ideal person would be Hans, because Hans is literally just hands on actuators, so that would be the ideal person to put some boxing gloves on and get them to do some foxy boxing, but I think it has to be... Robles doesn't deserve... nobody who we box deserves it, but Robles
No,
would be
some of
the
them
funny
have
option, because...
definitely deserved it.
Okay, yeah, some of them have
we've
deserved it.
boxed a lot of assholes in our time.
Yeah, we really have. But
I just think Robles wouldn't even fight. You put him in the boxing ring and you'd be like, why am I here?
Yeah, you just panic.
yeah, that makes it easier to beat him. Just boom,
Oh
down, one.
Peter just wants to win. He's
Especially
not
if I'm a
about,
car.
Who deserves it.
Exactly. Like, if I'm fighting a robot, I'm being plastered to the wall. If I'm fighting a human, 50-50 shot.
Is he still sick
I get
by
him,
the end?
he gets me. Sorry?
I think he was, it does say he was getting like a lot better. I don't know if he ever
Yeah,
fully recovered, but
He
wasn't,
started
like,
off not
as
well,
sick.
but then they said, oh, he's starting to regain some body mass and things like that, so he was better.
Yeah, you want
in
to
the
fight this
robots.
ailing man?
Yes,
He's just doing his best to live. He doesn't even have
No,
a
that's-
home.
he's got a bed by the bathroom. Which, if I win, I'm going to piss in. I'm on one in season. It's season 2, okay?
I think,
Jam, who are you?
I mean, the obvious answer is Susie Q. I
Oh,
think.
fuck, I didn't even think of Susie Q.
No, you just immediately went to the sick man.
I would fight Susie Q
Okay.
and all of the people in Susie's Discord channel. I would send them all. I need to stop saying unhinged things on the internet. I was gonna say
No, say
I'm
more.
saying it anyways. I'm
Do
gonna
it, Jam.
send them all pipe bombs in the mail.
Oh no, Peter's joking.
Oh my god. Right as I was taking a swig, I'm going to send them
I'm
pipe
gonna-
bombs.
I'm gonna look into their, you know, go in the blockchain find their physical addresses, and send them by post. And
Just
they'll
send them
never
like,
be a
oh, hey, I
problem
want to send you a
again.
Labubu or something in the mail. You know, get them to give you their address. Put a bomb inside the Labubu. Oh.
Yeah.
Susie Q is the better option.
Yeah,
Now that you said that.
You're definitely Susie Q.
same.
The sick man did not deserve it.
No.
But
Oh my god.
I stand by it. I stand by it. What about you,
God.
Victoria?
Oh, I agreed on Susie Q. That's who I was thinking before Jan said it.
So I'm on an island by
Yeah.
myself here. I don't
You're
fine.
the
I will
only
do
one
that.
fighting robles.
The only one fighting the sick man.
Fine. I would fine. Bring him on.
Oh god.
It's time for casting.
Yes.
Woo!
Oh, I remember what. Okay. Jam, you are up first.
I'm up first. Okay.
Isn't it?
Oops. 1 second. Okay, so my casting. Obviously, all of this except Robles would be voice acted. So for Stay Behind's the first one, I went with Ron Perlman. I think that's how you say his last name. I just like the idea of him having like this really deep voice because he plays Hellboy in one of the movies. I think there's only two.
There's
Maybe there's
two
one.
with him, but they made they rebooted it, and nobody on Earth has seen that film. I genuinely don't know if
Yeah.
that film ever even got released.
I've only seen the one with like Ron in it, and that's the only ones that matter to me. But yeah, I like the idea of Stay Behind having like this gruff voice because he was a soldier and he has PTSD. For Sweetie, I went with Kristen Shaw. I'm sorry.
Shawl, I
Kristen.
believe.
All,
Shaw.
I believe.
Because I like her voice and everything she voice acts.
Nobody likes her voice.
Louise Belcher in Bob's Burgers. Mabel in oh my god, what is it
Gravity
called?
Falls.
There we go. She's great. I think she'd be a fun Sweetie. Cayenne is gonna be Jason Statham. Because why not? I don't think I casted him in anything last year. He exists. I think of him
I
sometimes
should be making
as
a
an
note
actor.
of this
Why?
What was he in?
Oh, of who we're
for
casting.
next year.
For hands, I picked Troy Kutzer. Gonna be honest, I don't know much about this man. I saw him on TikTok recently. I know he's a deaf actor and he signs really well. And I just like the idea of hands being a robot that like talks with his hands. He signs. But they also like speak on what is it? They have like their own app and chat room. So there's that. So when it's adapted, you're gonna hear Hans' voice, but you're also gonna be seeing Hans sign. Has to be done. For Robles, I went with Aaron Paul because Aaron Paul's good at looking like a bum. That's all. He's cool. And finally for Sloane, I went with Keanu Reeves because he's such a wonderful man, and I think he could play a really unhinged, angry car, I guess. I don't know. That's my cast. How would I don't know if I'd make a movie. I mean, this could be a movie. It could be.
Would you do it live action
I don't-
or animated?
Oh, that's a great question. I was thinking it would be live action. Just because you need to get the CGI in there. Yeah, it'd 100% be live action. It'd be a great time. I wouldn't even have to cut anything out because there's not a whole lot.
Yeah, if you cut anything, the movie's runtime is less than 50 minutes.
All right.
10 out of 10 casting. Oh, I'm up next?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I kind of thought along the same lines as kind of a gruff voice, but also somebody kind of authoritative, but also somebody who can be kind of really sensitive and emote really well. So I chose Sir Idris Elba as Stay Behind.
Ooh.
Because he is now a Sir. He was made a Sir in the New Year's Honours.
Oh, really?
Really?
I didn't know
Yep.
that.
Hell
So
yeah.
Sir Idris Elba, if you please, as Stay Behind. Now, because I imagined Sweetie as being kind of southern and like, howdy y'all, and that kind of thing, and also because there's a video of her going around, I chose Miley Cyrus as Sweetie.
What's
because
the
there's
video
a
of Miley going around?
There's a video of her where she's got really deep vocal fry, and she's like, "And it's about the thing everybody like anyways." And then it's cut
Oh,
with the
that one.
robot from Star Wars. I was like, yes, Miley. So Miley is Sweetie. For Cayenne, I thought somebody who'd be more gentler and embody kind of squidding around. Anne Hathaway. For Hans, I went with John DiMaggio, who is the voice of Bender in Futurama, and King Zog in Disenchanted. So that kind of gruff, New York, oh, how you doing kind of voice. For Robles, the human, I picked Kumail Nanjiani, because I thought he'd be kind of funny and sassy and able to snark back to a robot. And for the voice of Sloane, I chose a man whose face you will not recognize. His name is Andrew Sloane, but he is the voice of Crush for Turtle in Finding Nemo.
Oh.
And that's the energy we're bringing to Sloane. Just like, gonna do a delivery, man. Gonna be cool. Whoa, man, I need a tip, man. That's the voice we're bringing to Sloane as a car.
That's why him and Robles are besties. I love it.
I
Oh my
approve of
God.
this.
Right?
Okay, keep going. I'll be back
Thinking
in
the
2
chemistry.
seconds.
Okay. So I'm thinking live action, but I'm also thinking more series than movie. And it's absolutely 100% going to be practical. Practical robots, practical effects, practical puppets. Everything will be on screen. It won't be added with CG later.
Ooh.
That's what I
That
think.
would be cool. I was thinking practical, but then I was like, I can't really imagine how you would design some of the robots, like specifically Cayenne, because they're like
Yeah.
squiddy. And I haven't decided if Cayenne's like soft and plushy and fleshy, or if they're like hard metal. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would be down to see some puppet robots.
I think that'd be excellent. That's me. That's me. Who's up next? Did you do one, Addie? Or is it you, Victoria?
It's Addie. Addie was the first one to
Woo.
send it in this time.
Yay!
Who was the second?
You.
I was probably last. I sent it in this
Jam was,
morning.
in fact, the last one. Because I got it this morning.
I'm
I
always
sent it,
afraid it's me.
like right after Jam put the list up, I sent it a few hours after that, I think.
Yeah, Addie was fast.
For Stay Behind, I went with Jake Gyllenhaal. I kind of pictured like his role from Jarhead.
can see that.
For Sweetie, I went with Jennifer Connelly. I just kind of got those vibes from her. Hands, I went David Harbour. I kind of pictured him as a bigger guy. For Cayenne, I went with Maya Hawke. Kind of got the same vibes as like her character from Stranger Things. And then Robles, I went with Danny DeVito. I didn't read anything about Sloane, so I didn't have a casting for them.
Danny DeVito is Robles. That'd be so fun.
As a total side note, I
Vito's
love this
Robles.
picture of Maya Hawke. I think she's beautiful.
I don't know who Maya Hawke is the daughter of Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman,
Yes.
Yes.
but I don't know what she's in. Did you say Stranger Things?
Yes, Stranger Things.
Okay, I haven't really seen. I saw like the first few episodes of the first season, but
And then she did
And
that
was-
movie with the person from Riverdale. Do Revenge, I think. That was a great movie.
I've seen that.
I loved it. Alright, sorry. And Addie, how are you adapting this?
I think they're going to do a mini series, but during the pilot, they didn't get the rating, so it was canceled.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Oh. You shut down your own project.
That's how much she believes in it.
Okay.
Alright. First stay behind. I went with John Bernthal. Because I also wanted to lean into like the ex-military vibe. And honestly, I mostly know him from The Walking Dead. And I feel like those are the kind of vibes I want.
I only know him
Did
from
you
The
watch
Walking Dead.
Punisher?
No, I did
He was the Punisher.
not. Nope. I learned that when I was looking for a photo of him. I literally only know this man from The Walking Dead. Oh, and another thing that will come into play later. I think will be funny. For Sweetie, I did Kate. I don't know how to say her last name.
oh, Kate Makuchi.
I was about to say that, but I was like, is that how you say that?
That is literally how she says her name, Kate
Okay.
Makuchi.
Okay. Her. Because I...
Who?
Kate. 'Cause
Who, Victoria? Kate who? Kate who?
Anyways. Because she has like those silly... I want like... Sweetie... Because Sweetie is like the front-facing person, I just want like fun, sweet, silly vibes that are very welcoming, especially when they open it up to everyone to come in. And I think she's funny and silly and goofy. And she also gives the vibes of like, yeah, I am going to change my appearance so that it, like, my outside matches my inside. I feel like she has that vibe. For
Yeah.
Brian, I went with Stephanie Beatriz. But I want her to do, not really her Rosa voice, but like that rougher one instead of like her like more natural, higher pitched one.
What's she
Just-
from?
She's from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And
Oh, okay.
She was in Encanto.
that's it. That's what I was trying to think of.
Oh, is she? Who is she in Encanto?
I think the main
Uh,
character. Forget her name.
Yeah. Maribel?
I think so.
Yeah.
Is that her name? Maribel?
Okay.
For hands, I went with Ben Schwartz. Because I picture hands
Excellent
as like,
choice.
very silly and goofy up until they have their breakdown. And then but I also think that like gives more like dimension to the character of like, yeah, they can be silly and goofy, but then also sad. For Robles, I did Joe Curie. Because I want similar. Honestly, I saw Jam did Aaron Paul, and I was like, that is actually the perfect Robles. And so I wanted someone
Who's
with
Joe?
similar. Is that his name? Aaron Paul? What's his name?
No,
No,
Aaron
Joe
Paul's right.
Aaron Paul.
Cure.
Oh, Joe Curie. He's in Stranger Things.
Oh,
A lot of Stranger Things actors here.
Yeah. Because I feel like he has Aaron
okay.
Paul
Sloan, do you want
vibes,
Zendaya?
but he is younger. No Zendaya this time. Because I wanted Robles to be young and kind of scruffy and yeah. And then for Sloan, I was gonna go in a very different direction, but I ended up going with Brennan Lee Mulligan because I feel like he is like famous for his random like rants. And so I just started picturing the Transformer rant, but in his like his expressions and his cadence, and just like I think
could
it's
see that.
right. It's perfect.
It would be so great. Just going off on a tangent.
And then people would just like close the doors and walk away. Like I was just once I had that idea, I was like, oh my god, that's perfect.
And you
then-
can still hear it coming from the car.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like muffled.
no.
I think it'd be so funny. And then when I was saying John Bernthal, one of the only other things I know him from is an interview he did where someone was trying to teach him how to play D&D. So I think him and Brendan can play D&D on set, and that would be a fun time.
Is that going to be your third thing? Like, it's just a D&D story featuring these robots?
No, that's just something they do to kill time on set.
Okay. Are you doing this? How are you doing this? What format?
I was also thinking live action practical effects. But I wanted to do it almost as like a mini series where. So one of my criticisms of this book is I think it would have been better as a series of short stories, and each story focused on each character, and then so like you focus in on Stay Behind's story, and then you have the progress of the noodle shop kind of like in the background. And so then as you go from like episode 1 with Stay Behind and then episode 2 with Sweetie, like you still see like how the shop is progressing in the background as we learn more. So it's kind of like 2 stories going like this. And so each episode would follow. Bloop, bloop. And then the last episode would be, this is like, now it's a neighborhood restaurant and this is all happening. Because I think we need more time with the characters with more backstory. So we need to go deeper into that, so we can actually learn about them and care about them. And that's my production. Thank you.
I don't know John Bethanol from anything else. Does he like that southern accent he has in The Walking Dead? Is that his, or does he put that on?
I don't know. I don't know anything about this man.
We're just throwing projects at them. It's like, I don't know you, but I want you in my movie or my TV series. Get in here.
And it'd be fun to do. Like, would anyone make it more child friendly? Because there's a special adult hog. So would you make it more? Well, that's robots though. So would you make it child friendly, or would you keep it for adults? Is what I'm asking.
Well, it was child friendly in my head, so it's gonna stay child friendly. Because I don't, even if I were to make it not child friendly, I don't even know where I would go with that. Because it was a hug, and sure, they're feeling things. Okay, there were sensors and sensory things happening. But how would I portray that? Are they gonna start moaning?
Yes, in the public
Are the
park.
tentacles going in the hands? What's happening? Okay, it's a hug. It's a very nice, warm hug.
Between 2 very special friends.
And the kiss was a kiss. And maybe there was a spark. That's it.
You could have a literal spark, like a or something.
Oh, man.
I think I'd definitely adult mine up with the language.
I think I would.
Like, I'd have a scene where... Sorry.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
I'd have a scene where Robles is in the bathroom and one of the robots would come in and be like, "What you doing? What does that thing do? No, that doesn't go there." That kind of thing.
I think I'd also like skew mine a little more adult. Mostly because I do want to focus on the backstories. So I would just lean in and make it a little more gritty and a little more, because I think if you make it kids, you gotta gloss over it too much, kind of like how the book does. Actually, you just gloss over things, you go surface level. I want to dig deep, so I'm like, I don't know what rating it would be.
I think you can get,
like, it wouldn't be anything crazy. I'm thinking like, what's just above PG-13?
What was Steven Universe? Was that PG-13?
In PG-13s, you're allowed 1 F-bomb. Because the last James Bond film was PG-13, and there's an F-bomb in that. Though there's a handful of F-bombs in this book.
I don't think there's anything between PG-13 and R.
Oh, you're right. Oh, Canada is G, PG, 14A, 18A, and R. I don't know, man. Keep your kids away. The same for them.
Keep it away from
Keep
our
everyone
robot
away.
movie.
Yeah, keep them
Yeah.
away.
Or don't. We're not here to tell you how to raise your kids.
Yes, I am. I would do a better job. Alright. I gotta find my thing. Alright, well, you know where that brings us, guys?
Where does that bring us?
Time to rate the book.
The book.
Do-do-do-do.
Definitely not that.
Who wants to go first?
It was your book. You go first.
I don't wanna. I want to go last. I want to see what everyone else wants to rate it.
That's actually
I'm
probably a good idea.
thinking 2.
A 2? Okay.
Maybe 3.
A 2.5?
Sure.
Okay.
Who wants to go next?
You can go next.
No, that's okay, Peter. You can go.
Okay. I don't like how surface level it was, but there was a lot in it I did like. A lot I did think was interesting, but then none of it really paired out. If there was another draft done on this and it did all the bits and bobs that I wanted, I would happily give it like a solid 8, maybe 8.5. But I think I'm gonna have to. I think the best I can do is about a 7.
Oh.
I was also actually floating between a 6 or a 7 because I do think it's important for people to think about the things that the book talks about. And I think it is a good start if that's not something that you already think about and already are kind of aware of. I do wish it went way deeper into things. Like, I wish we learned more about the robots and even just more about the world, because I spent the first half of the book just being confused. And it actually reminded me of Peter when he says he reads fantasy and he just gets like kind of caught up in like the, oh, but what does this mean? What is this? Because like the words aren't familiar to you.
Yeah.
And so because with this I had like familiar words, but like how I didn't realize like California and US were separated. So I was getting like, I was just so hung up on like, where the fuck is everything going on, because I didn't realize they had separated. So half the book I just like didn't enjoy because I was so like, I was just trying to figure out like what's going on in the world and like what's going on with the characters and like, what do you mean there's contracts? Why is this contract talking? What is this security? Like, I was just like, so I felt so lost. And so it took me half the book to finally kind of like get settled in. And then once I was settled in, it was over. And like once I actually started caring about the plot and like I was like, oh, now I'm actually interested, all of a sudden it was just done. There was nothing else. I went to the next page and it was the acknowledgements and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean that's the end? Like, I was like, they should have taken the page count from the beginning and thrown it at the end so they could have continued the story. I wanted more at that point, and then I just didn't have it. And it wasn't even in like, sometimes you read a book and you get to the end and you want more because it was so good and you enjoyed it and you're like, oh man, I need more. But this was like, it felt unresolved. And so I think because of that, like, I'm probably gonna go with a 6 because I do like it. I like the writing style, and I do think it is a good like introduction into thinking more about like our world and like our place in it and how we treat other people and how other people just kind of go about the world in a different way. So yeah, I think a 6 is where I land because of all those reasons. Oh, and because of, like I said, I think I would have liked it more if it was like a series of short stories where you focus on each character and you actually get to know them a little bit better, and then have like the overarching theme of the shop, and then you end with, now it's the residential shop that everyone loves and we resolve that. I think it would have been a lot cleaner if it had been done like that. And now I'm done.
Okay. I think I would give it a 4.5. Because of like a lot of things that we've already discussed, that like it's very surface leveled. It wasn't like there was no deep dive into anything really. I feel like there was just a lot thrown at the wall and that was it. Like it's there. It kind of feels like the author sort of regurgitated a bunch of like current events and like some historical stuff. I was like, okay, here we go, but not a lot of imagination put into, well, maybe not imagination, but like I don't think the author was also very like reflexive on like potential solutions and how can the robots and the humans come together and what's going on in this world. And like we also don't know a lot about the world that we're in. So, I don't know. I didn't dislike it. Like I liked the book, but there was just so much I felt like that was missing and not explored that I don't feel like I could give it like a 5.5. And I can't really give it like a 5 because I feel like I'm not neutral about it. And I think I'm more disappointed in how it ended and just like how the topics were handled. Like, I don't know. You didn't have to stick to 160 pages. You could have made it 300. So yeah, I'll go with 4.5.
I think that's fair.
I think so too. What would you guys say the overall rating is?
Oh, I feel like we're all
Maybe
over the
about
place.
5-ish.
I was thinking like 5-ish. Do you guys think that's fair?
Yeah. I think that's fine.
Okay.
I think so.
Oops. Alright. Who is
That's the
picking?
first book of the year.
That's the first one of the year, guys.
Only 11 more left.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah, it definitely could have used at least 100 more pages of something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
But then I also felt basically just that it just needed more. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. It was
That's
the exact
okay.
same thing Annie just said.
No, that's okay. I think it all left us wanting more from it. I never checked to see if this was like a debut novel or anything like that.
It's not.
Yeah, I didn't.
They have a.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah.
I was looking it up while we were doing the meeting, because, like I said, like the other Discord, like they were talking about other books, and there was one that I saw being mentioned, and so then I wasn't sure if it was like it's a series about robots, I think, and so I wasn't sure if it was the same author, and I was like, oh, if this is like a novella from that world, that would explain why so much is skipped in the world building, but the series was by somebody else, so yeah, that did not explain it.
Okay.
Like this was a middle book in a series of something.
Not even that, but just like say that there's like a main series, like maybe that follows the war and it's like blah 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 blah, and so you've read that series, you know about the war, you know like what to expect in the world about the robots and the humans and like the whatever, and so then this is just like a side piece that's not really like, it doesn't follow the same characters, it's just in the same world, and so you're like, oh, I'm already familiar with California and the US existing as separate entities, and so you don't need that explained to you. I was like, that would make so much more sense. I was like, I figured it out. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't figure out
What would have
shit.
been interesting about that is if there was that main novel about the war, like you see Stay Behind's kind of type of robot doing actual war things, and then you meet Stay Behind, who is not that at all, trying to put it behind him. That would have been interesting.
That would have been really cool, actually. Guys, we should write books. We clearly know
We should.
everything. We're experts.
That should be our challenge, to write a book for the end of the year.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm never gonna get
It's
I
not.
would,
Everyone's doing it now.
if I
A
wrote a
chapter
book,
each.
you would never know about it. I wouldn't publish it under my name. I wouldn't tell you about it. If it was even suggested on book club, I'd be like, no.
We would have to read it.
We're not about to pick apart my work. Are you crazy?
Jam just disconnects halfway through the meeting, and we're like, "What happened?" Because we're just like
It's
ripping
like, they don't like
shreds.
my book.
Yeah.
They think I'm a bad author.
She writes a sci-fi.
Which
book.
would you think is worse? Like we're tearing it apart, or we're being like, it was you wrote words in the right order. That was good of you. Well done. Like,
That's still
really
tearing it
patronising you.
apart.
Yeah.
I think that's being more patronizing than tearing it apart.
Well, and in this scenario, we don't know that Jam wrote it, so we would be ripping it apart
Yeah.
if we didn't like it. It wouldn't be.
Yeah.
"Oh, congratulations, you wrote
Yeah.
something."
And be like, okay, I'm never writing again. In fact, I'm just getting off the internet.
I think one of the things I did like is that apart from Dreamers Do Lie, Life is But a Dream even, like Haunting of Hill House, Turn of a Key, and Southern Fuckery, like that would have been 4 books in a row that I hated, so I was glad just not to despise something for once.
Yeah, we were kind of haters in season 1, but season 2 is a whole new year, whole new us.
Yeah, now we're going to detest instead of hate.
Yeah, listen, we have new
We'll see.
screens, we have a new transition.
We do.
We're basically whole new people.
I don't know if you want to talk about this as we're getting, well, maybe the time to talk about it has passed, but those things I sent you, Victoria, do you want to talk about that?
Oh, I forgot about that.
What did you
If
send?
you want,
Is it food?
Well, at the end,
I would.
it is food, actually. At the end of the book, if you go into the acknowledgements, the author talks about how the restaurant that would become Authentic Noodle is actually a real place. So I went onto Google Earth and I found the place.
Oh. Let's take a look at the acknowledgements.
It's Douglas and 24th Street. And there's 3 buildings on that corner, and then on the opposite corner is the park where Bestie Hans buries himself. There we go. That's the one I think. Not that one. I think the bottom left one is the one I think is.
Oh,
What
that's cute.
do we call it again? Authentic Noodle.
Oh, that's the same thing.
And then that's the park. And I said to Victoria.
Family park?
Yep, the family park. I said to Victoria, this is literally the closest I want to get to screen capping a family park.
See, now I understand. They shouldn't have been doing that in a family park, you know?
No, because I'm like, where
Yes.
did they even do that? Like, I feel like this. Like, you see where the.
It says he
bush
buried
in the
himself in
corner?
some. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like along that kind of from the bush upwards,
Yeah.
because it says he buries himself in some shrubs, and
Oh,
that's the only
man.
kind of shrubs in the place. I'd have gotten the other side, but that was like there were families in that, and I didn't, even though they're blanked out on Google and stuff. But that's the park.
I mean, there's shrubs against the fence just on like the outside of the park.
Yeah. So I just wanted to show that to the people so we could see it. 'Cause again, in the acknowledgements, the author does mention it was a real place. I maybe shouldn't have sent it to Victoria like half an hour before we were going live.
Yeah, that was a little inconvenient. I'm like trying to like. I'm like watching the Ottawa hockey game. And I'm like, Kate, come on, guys, you gotta win so I can get to book club. And then of course it freaking goes into overtime. And then of course it goes into shootouts. And I'm like, bro, I had everything timed so well.
Who won?
Ottawa, of course. Come on.
Who were they playing?
Boston.
Oh, good.
Get fucked, Boston.
Oh no, I like Boston.
Get double
now.
fucked.
Oh.
I know.
Over Ottawa?
No. No, never.
Okay.
Then it still stands true.
Also, Zoe didn't play today because she was sick, so didn't actually hear
R.I.P.
that.
Good luck next time, Boston.
Yeah, Boston. But yeah, anyways, that's my update. I'm now a Boston fan. Who saw that one coming? I was captain of the hate train on last season. Alright.
Oh, I'm confusing Boston with Minnesota.
Oh.
That's what I'm doing.
So much more sense.
That would be problematic.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That would be a conversation for off air. So we're done with book club tonight, possibly forever. Bye, everybody. Bye. We're done. Victoria, what the fuck? You have explain. What the fuck?
I have seen PWGL trying to promote Minnesota and her.
Oh my god,
lately.
I know. It's because she has a lot of points, and she's doing very well, unfortunately. However, I still like watching everyone hit her.
I also enjoy that.
Those compilations are my favorite thing to see on TikTok. It is so funny. She just gets absolutely bodied. Oh, it's great. Anyways, who's picking? How are we picking book for next month?
I don't know.
Want to do the wheel?
Do we still have the wheel?
We do. I never got rid of it. We just stopped doing it because there was only 3 of us, and so it felt kind of silly to do a wheel. But
We could do the wheel.
so I have a wheel. I just have to.
I mean,
remember
I
how
know
to
it
use
won't be me.
If it's you, we skip you. You don't get to. You
Yeah.
don't get it. Agenda.
I'm still out on that policy. I'm still not. I
I
just love the
didn't
idea of
even-
somebody choosing like 7 months in a row. That's a
No, thank you. I don't even have a book prepared.
I also do not have a book prepared.
Either. But I
Oh,
can
no.
pick
I
have
really
one
fast.
job.
No. It's Addie.
I think the wheel's
Yay.
broken. 'Cause the last time you used it, it was me as well.
It was like 7 addies. Best of 3.
Best of 3.
I don't know if y'all want to do like a supernatural mystery,
Yes.
but I am thinking The Dead in the Dark by Courtney Gould.
It did Addy again.
Yeah, no, that's why I was laughing.
The Dead in the Dark.
It's, from what I remember, it's like a family of like paranormal investigators, or at least the parents are 2 fathers that go to this town, and then a kid ends up missing, and the daughter teams up with the girlfriend of the kid who went missing to try and find him, and the story kind of just goes through that.
Okay.
I can't wait for this one to be light-hearted and exciting as well.
The cover is really pretty.
Yeah, the cover looks familiar. Alright, well, I'm glad the wheel landed on the only person who came prepared. Even if it is broken. Anyways.
Oh, oops. I picked the French version.
Somebody's definitely stuck a penny to that wheel somewhere.
I'll
Was it
check
you?
on it.
It
And
wasn't
this was
not
only
me.
$17.
$13.99 on the Kobo store.
Literally a $3 difference. I would just buy the real one.
Yeah,
it's
but
like
one of them
400
you'll have
pages?
immediately.
Did
Yeah,
you
but
say
have a month
400
and a half.
pages?
Oh, hold on. Oh, here's my phone. Schedules.
Yeah, see, the next time we get to have
Yeah, next time.
our book club meeting.
The end of February would be the 22nd.
Oh. Can we do the 28th?
Yeah,
Okay,
What day is that?
it's a Saturday.
that's a Saturday.
28th works for me. Because the day before
Sounds
is my
good.
nephew's birthday.
Okay.
Sorry, Addie. Does it work for you?
Should be good.
Okay, perfect. Alrighty.
Book
Well,
club.
I see
exclamation
somebody
mark.
else's birthday in February. I wonder whose birthday I could be seeing. It's in February. Whose birthday could it be?
Who knows?
Man, Boston is playing Ottawa again on the 28th at 2. Sorry, guys, I got to give it.
That's how we pick our book days. Whenever Boston plays Ottawa.
That'll just make everything so much helpful.
Yep,
So we locked in 28th.
I think so.
28th.
We need like a sound effect board so we can be like locked in.
2 hours and 32 minutes, guys.
Woo.
Fantastic.
Not anywhere near our longest one.
Nope. Thank God.
To be fair, the summary was like maybe 30 minutes.
I liked it.
It was like 20
be our
minutes, and then we did backstories, which was another 10 minutes.
Might be our shortest besides our
Our Megan.
Megan.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you, people, for joining us and watching. And we didn't shit on the book, okay? We did great this time.
This
Because we're
time.
better people.
This time. Who-
Who are we rating?
yeah.
Who's on?
I see Ghost and Sandream, and it's Woof.
Woof, I think, just went offline.
Oh,
Because I had Woof and then
They-
he
they all
disappeared.
They all
Oh.
stream together on Sundays.
I also have Stone Hollows playing Hollow Knight.
oh!
I do not know Stone Hollows.
I haven't seen Stone Hollow in forever.
Can I stand behind one of you? and
T-Pain's
just
also
nod?
streaming. T-Pain's always streaming, just so you know.
Is T-Pain on Twitch?
Oh, so is
T-Pain's been on
Snoop
Twitch for
Dogg.
years.
Snoop
Fuck
Dogg.
that man.
Oh.
What? Yeah,
Didn't
he's
he take
done
it back?
bad things recently.
Oh, wait.
That man can eat shit. Betrayal.
Is it what I'm thinking of, or did he do something else?
I don't know what you're thinking of. What'd he say? What'd he do? He's done some stuff.
What did he
He
do?
said some shit.
You know what? We can talk about this
You
thought
know,
on stream.
I feel like he said some shit and then doubled down on it instead of retracting it. Am I incorrect?
That's what I was
I'm not
thinking
sure.
of.
I don't actually know what you guys are talking about.
Where he said something. Okay, we'll talk about this after. We don't need to talk about
Yeah.
Let's put it in the parade. Not that we're trying to cover up
No.
for Snoop Dogg, but I just, you know.
Yeah.
We just,
In
we've
this
been
case,
streaming for a
T-Pain.
while. Oh, I was going to raise Stone Hollows.
I don't
Alright.
know Stone Hollows. Who's Stone Hollows? Is this a new friend?
No, this is an old friend, actually. From, like, when me and Jam, like, first started streaming during COVID.
You mean you existed before you knew me?
Yeah. So I've known Stone longer than I've known you, probably. Stone was one of my first Twitch friends.
Okay.
Anyways, we're gonna go raise Stone. She's chill. We
So
like
let's
her.
talk about what Snoop Dogg
Oh,
did
yeah.
then, huh?
She is.
Do you know what that
playing
fucker said?
Everyone go say hi to Stone. Everyone, thank you for being here. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. Go follow us on Instagram. There will be posts at some point in time, just not today probably. Shout outs for the co-hosts. You guys have until the raid goes through. Go. Speed round, because I forgot.
I'm Peter.
Eddie.
I'm Jam.
Alrighty. Go follow them. They're linked in the title, or if you're watching this on YouTube, they are linked in the description. Because I know you guys are not going to type it in. Alright.
Of course not.
Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for being here.
Bye.
And here's to season
Bye.
2.
Woo!
Oh, the outwork outro.